Have you ever been in a situation where you know exactly what you want to say, but the words just kind of get stuck? Today, we're going to break down a really simple but honestly powerful fix called the slow motion start. It's a little trick that might just completely change how you approach speaking. You totally know this feeling, right? Your brain is going a mile a minute. You've got the perfect thing to say. But when you go to speak, it's like a traffic jam. Your mouth just can't seem to catch up, and everything gets jumbled before you even get a word out. It's so frustrating. Well, there's actually a name for this little phenomenon. It's called the speed gap. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Your brain is sprinting way ahead, but your vocal cords are still lacing up their shoes at the starting line. This creates a bottleneck, and that's where all the trouble starts. And that speed gap, that's the real culprit behind so many of those common speaking hiccups. You know, when we rush our words or repeat the first syllable over and over, or just get completely stuck and freeze up. Yep, that's the speed gap at work. Now, this is going to sound way too simple to be true, I know. We usually think we need all these complicated breathing exercises or mental gymnastics to get more fluent. But what if I told you the entire solution was hidden in just the very first sound you make? So let me introduce you to the slow motion start. And it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. You kick things off with a gentle, slightly stretched out first sound. See what I did right there? That's the whole technique. Let's look at a concrete example. Instead of that frantic machine gun delivery of, "Hi, my name is John," you just ease into it. You gently stretch that very first sound. Hi. And notice, you're not slowing down the whole sentence, just that initial launch. Okay, let's really dig into this, because I know it sounds a little counterintuitive. Why on earth would slowing down for a split second at the beginning have such a massive impact on everything that follows? Well, the secret is in a couple of really great analogies. First up, imagine all your words are a bunch of race cars, and they're all trying to floor it and jam through a tiny little gate at the exact same time. What happens? A huge pileup, right? It's a mess. But if you make that very first car go through nice and slow, it creates a smooth, orderly line for every other car to follow. No crash, no chaos. Or, here's another one that I think really captures the physical feeling of it. Think about a roll of packing tape. If you just yank on it really hard, it splits and rips unevenly. But if you carefully and slowly peel back that first inch, the rest just glides off perfectly smooth. Your voice works the same way. A gentle start prevents that verbal tear. Okay, so the concept makes sense. The theory is sound, but how do you actually make this a habit in the real world? Let's walk through a super simple 3-part workout plan to take this from an idea to a skill. All right, let's break it down. First, we start on easy mode, the mirror warm-up. This is just for you, nobody else around. Just say 5 sentences that start with I, like I'm going to have a great day. Really stretch that I sound. Then you level up to medium mode, the phone greeting. When you answer the phone, make your first word, like, hello, the slowest word you say all day. Finally, challenge mode, ordering a coffee. Take a pause, a breath, and just glide into your order. This gets you used to doing it with a little bit of low-stakes social pressure. And here's the absolute key to remember. You don't have to control the whole sentence. That's way too much to think about. By mastering just that very first sound, you create all the momentum you need for the rest of the words to just flow out effortlessly. So let's do a quick recap. The problem? That speed gap between your brain and your mouth. The fix? The slow motion start. How do you do it? You just gently stretch the very first sound you make. This creates a nice, smooth runway for all the other words to follow. And the way you get good at it is by practicing, starting easy and working your way up. Simple, right? So, I'll leave you with this little challenge. I want you to actually put this into practice immediately. So think about it. What's the very first word you are going to try the slow motion start on today? Go do it.